This Arctic bird has bright pink legs and a big orange beak. It's white, like fresh fallen snow, yet its feet and beak look like they've been dipped into a pot of rose gold. This is no mythical creature, but rather the beautiful snow goose. The snow goose is a large bird belonging to the duck family. Like other ducks, it has a wide bill equipped with a distinctive serrated lamellar structure on its upper mandible. This structure helps them filter out small particulates from water while feeding. Despite the size of their feet, they are not strong enough to walk on ice. So when the snow piles up in the Arctic, they cannot stay in their breeding grounds. Instead, they migrate to more southern regions where they spend the winter months. Then, after mating and raising their young in the summer, they head back to their original homes before winter arrives again. What is the average weight of a snow goose? How long do they live? And what do they eat? Keep watching to find out all there is to know about this magnificent bird. Common name, Arctic snow. Goose, scientific name, Anser carolensis, class. Bird, diet, herbivore, size, 27 to 33, in 68.6, 83 cm. Weight, 3.5, 7.3, lbs, 1.59, 3.31 kg. Wingspan, 4.5 ft, about 1.3 meter. Interesting information about the snow goose. There are two types of adult snow geese, white and blue. Blue geese were once thought to be a separate species, but scientists have discovered that they are just color morphs of the same species. The reason for this plumage difference is a single gene. Some geese inherit two dominant white feathers genes, resulting in entirely white feathers. Others get a recessive blue-colored feather gene, causing them to have brown-gray feathers. But all snow geese have dark brown leading edges to their feathers, which appear black from a distance. The iridescence on the wing feathers of snow geese ranges from bronze to green to purple, depending on how light reflects off the feather barbs. Both color morphs mate with each other and produce both white and blue offspring. So you can have blue fathers and white mothers, or vice versa. And interestingly, snow geese tend to choose mates with the same color morph as their family members. A flock of snow geese flying overhead is a sight to behold. Seeing a large group of birds moving across the sky like a wave is awe-inspiring. The sight of hundreds of white birds gliding majestically overhead is truly mesmerizing. Snow geese are one of the most spectacular sights on Earth and have been described as an experience that will leave you breathless. Their graceful movements and pure white feathers make them look like heavenly messengers descending to Earth. The habitat. The snow goose breeds in the tundras of Alaska and northern Canada. It prefers regions close to ponds, shallow lakes, coastal salt marshes, and streams. Breeding habitat can be found on islands and the coastal plain of the Arctic tundra. Nests are situated on the ground in shallow depressions that are lined with moss and grass. They don't build high nests and instead often settle for a simple platform made of nearby vegetation. The snow goose migrates thousands of miles each year in search of food and warmer climates. In winter, when temperatures drop below freezing, they travel south in huge flocks and fly hundreds of miles per day. They fly up to 60 miles per hour and often fly in a V formation or as large swarms in the sky. During migration, they stop at lakes, fields, freshwater marshes, brackish wetlands, and slow rivers. In these places, they spend time grazing on vegetation and swimming around. As they move from one location to another, they graze on crops such as wheat, oats, and corn. They are also known to feed on berries and fruits. Migration and diet. The snow goose is an herbivore that grazes in marshy lands. They are strong swimmers and will often dip their heads underwater to reach aquatic grasses and other vegetation. Their favorite foods include green wild rice, pondweeds, bulrushes, water lilies, sedges, spikerushes, sago pondweed, and arrowhead. When they migrate through agricultural areas, they will feed on grain crops such as wheat, barley, oats, corn, and soybeans. This bird can be found along the Atlantic flyway in the Western Hemisphere and the Central Asian flyway in the Eastern Hemisphere. Reproduction. By late winter, snow geese return north to breed on the Arctic tundra. They form lifelong pairs and typically lay 2 to 6 eggs each year. The female incubates the eggs for 26-30 days, while the male guards the nest from predators and rival geese. During incubation, the male may leave the nest to defecate and urinate, at which point the female takes his place. Once the eggs hatch, the female will often lay another clutch of eggs. When not incubating, the adults preen their feathers to maintain their waterproofing and remove biting insects. If the weather turns bad, the female will cover the hatchlings with her body to keep them warm. Although snow geese are precocial, meaning that goslings are born fully covered in down, can swim, and feed themselves within 24 hours, their parents continue to protect them through their first winter. Parents teach their offspring where to find food and how to avoid predators. Family groups remain together during migration. Generally, snow geese are monogamous, but sometimes the male will mate with other females in addition to his primary partner. In general, the snow goose belongs to a group of birds called waterfowl, which includes ducks, geese, and swans. Waterfowl are well adapted for life in and around water, with features such as webbed feet for swimming, a streamlined body shape for efficient movement through the water, and a variety of specialized bills for feeding. For example, ducks have flat, broad bills for efficiently filtering out small items such as plankton and small fish, while geese have more pointed bills for catching larger prey such as fish and frogs. Swans have long, curved bills for reaching into narrow spaces to grab aquatic plants and animals. Many waterfowl also have special adaptations that allow them to dive underwater to escape predators or to catch underwater prey. For example, diving ducks have thick, flexible necks that allow them to quickly submerge their heads and bodies underwater. Interestingly, the snow goose shares some similarities with another species of goose, the Canada goose. Both species are large, white-throated geese with similar body shapes and sizes. However, the snow goose has a pink or orange beak and legs, while the Canada goose has a black beak and legs. Additionally, snow geese have darker brown-gray feathers on their backs and wings, while Canada geese have a uniform gray back and lighter gray wings. Finally, snow geese breed in the Arctic and prefer to inhabit coastal areas, while Canada geese breed in a variety of habitats across North America and are found in both coastal and inland areas. Their population. By 1916, snow geese had become very rare in eastern North America due to overhunting, and hunting was banned. Since then, their numbers have rebounded significantly. Overhunted populations have recovered because their preferred habitat is in remote areas difficult for humans to access. Today, although hunting is allowed, snow geese are thriving and increasingly abundant. In fact, their large populations sometimes threaten human habitats and farmland. Hunting regulations have been put in place to try to limit their growth and keep their numbers in check. Hunters can only shoot a certain number of birds per day and must obtain special permits to hunt snow geese outside of regular duck seasons. Although generally peaceful creatures, snow geese can become aggressive if threatened or provoked. They can attack other birds and even mammals and will fiercely defend their young if necessary. Snow geese are capable of carrying diseases that can be harmful to humans, such as avian influenza. However, this is relatively uncommon, and most snow geese are not infected with the virus. Fun facts about snow geese flocks fly in a V formation. This allows them to reduce wind resistance and avoid collisions. Newly hatched goslings are covered in yellow down. This helps to keep them warm until their adult feathers grow in. Nests are lined with moss and grass for insulation against the cold. In Asia, Wrangel Island, Russia, is the only nesting site. Arctic foxes often steal snow goose eggs from their nests. As mentioned earlier, the snow goose is a large bird with a variety of unique physical characteristics. It has a wide, flat bill that is serrated on the upper mandible. This adaptation allows the goose to filter out small particles of food while feeding in shallow water. The snow goose also has a distinctive pink or orange beak and legs, which are adaptations that help the goose camouflage itself against the white snow and ice of its Arctic habitat. Additionally, the snow goose has a thick layer of down feathers under its outer, more waterproof feathers. This adaptation helps the goose stay warm in the frigid Arctic temperatures. Finally, the snow goose has a relatively large body size, which is an adaptation that allows it to conserve energy while migrating long distances each year. In conclusion, the snow goose is a magnificent bird with a variety of unique physical characteristics and behaviors. From its iconic white feathers and pink beak to its ability to travel thousands of miles each year, this bird is truly a sight to behold. Whether you see it soaring overhead or resting in a marsh, the snow goose is sure to leave a lasting impression. That's all for this video. Thank you so much for watching. We hope you learned something new and exciting today. Don't hesitate to share your thoughts in the comments section below. Stay curious and keep exploring the world around you. Until next time.